Hello everyone, it's Mercedes Guy here. Welcome back to another trip report. Today you join me at Cardiff Central, the capital of Wales, and I'm travelling over to Birmingham New Street with CrossCountry. Opened in the year of 1850, Cardiff Central Station is the largest and busiest station in Wales, and is also the main station in Wales as a whole. Here is the concourse level after entering the station. There is also a few shops here. Let's head towards the platforms. QR code tickets can be scanned on the ticket barrier scanner. My train today will depart from platform number 2 at 15:45, going all the way to Nottingham in the East Midlands. However, as stated before, I'll be only travelling up to Birmingham New Street on this train. And here is my train for today, standing at platform number 2, about to make its journey towards Nottingham. Today we'll be travelling on one of CrossCountry's Class 170s, built between 1998 and 2005 by Bombardier Transportation. 29 of these units can be seen operating with CrossCountry. My train today is a 2-coach unit, however consisted together to form a 4-coach train. Both of the units that I have for today are unrefurbished sets, meaning that it's going to be quite a bit of a dated trip. Let's head on board our unit and see what it has to offer before it gets rather busy. To the left here, after boarding the train, we see a first class section coming in a 2+1 configuration. Whilst the remainder of the train is standard class, coming in a 2+2 configuration, which also includes tables as well. Let's do a toilet overview before we take our seat for today. I decided to go for the standard toilet today as it is close to where I'm going to be sitting. The Class 170s in a 2-car formation have got a wheelchair accessible toilet and a standard toilet, however. Overall, the toilet was relatively clean and everything worked as expected, except for the hand dryer, of which was not working. To be honest though, these toilets are rather dated, as well as the whole train, which is one reason why they are refurbishing these units. The good thing though is that there is paper towels provided if in case the hand dryer was broken, which in this case it was. I will be taking this forward-facing airline-style window seat for today's journey. Let's have a quick seat tour. In front of you at every airline-style seat there is a foldable tray, with just a decent amount of space to fit a laptop, but can also come in use for food and drink as well. Foldable armrests are present throughout the train. I don't understand why this one was so tough to operate though. The armrest on the window side is fixed in place. Overall comfort of the seat is pretty awful. The padding on the seat cushioning is starting to really go down and look very worn out. There is also some wearing and tearing going on there as well. The main criticism of these units, however, is the legroom. It's so unacceptable for a regional train. Up here, we can find a few coat hooks as well as overhead luggage racks. There are also standard luggage racks presented throughout the train at certain locations. The train is also in a poor state, as some of the seats are starting to wear away. And the build quality is also starting to fall apart as well. And we depart Cardiff Central on time at 15:45. Total travel time for today will be 2 hours with top speeds of 100 miles per hour. Let's take a deep dive into why CrossCountry are rated so badly today. According to a news article by Daily Mail, CrossCountry is one of the worst operators in the UK, with many passengers complaining about axed trains, dirty seats and terrible value for money, with a total rating of 77 out of 100 in the report, which is the lowest out of any other train operator rated in the UK, between the period of 2024 and 2025. The punctuality for CrossCountry is rated at a total of 65, which is the worst out of any other train operator in the UK, one lower than Northern Rail. Their trains overall was rated at a total of 67, which is again the lowest out of any other train operator in the UK, mostly down to how dated the trains are themselves, and the overall cleanliness. And finally, the crowding level rating for CrossCountry is a very low 44, which is again the worst out of any other train operator in the UK. And what is really concerning is that it is rated more than 20 points lower than Northern Rail, which is really worrying and concerning, which overall makes CrossCountry the worst intercity and regional operator in the UK as a whole. Just over 10 minutes after departing Cardiff Central, we arrive into Newport, our first station calling point of today's journey. This is our only intermediate stop in Wales as well, as we have a 50-minute stretch before reaching Gloucester.
Class accommodation and a small part of coach day. Apologies if you been previously delayed on the other train before this one. It was cancelled due to a train crew shortage. Sincere apologies for that. Just make sure you keep all your tickets and travel documents. If you are delayed over 30 minutes or an hour, you can claim back on CrossCountry trains. Co.uk/delay repay. And any advance tickets will be honoured on the next available services if you've been disrupted. Once again, make sure you keep all your tickets and travel documents and claim back by CrossCountry trains. Co.uk/delay repay. Unfortunately, your next couple of trains also cancelled, once again due to train crew shortage. So sincere apologies for inconvenience caused by this today. Rechecking tickets as there is don't have a working ticket machine. Also, so many people travelling on the incorrect trains due to disruption before and after this service. So just make sure you got tickets. You should have one from a ticket office, a ticket machine which all stations have, or on your phone, which is the most common. If it's on your phone, you just need the QR code. Or travel to access through the station barriers.
The scenery on every Wales route is really scenic, despite the first half of this journey having a few row of trees after Newport, as well as a bunch of bushes as well. From this point onwards though, the scenery gets rather better. The weather also improved as the journey went on as well, which makes the scenery look a lot better than before. And after 50 minutes we arrive into Gloucester. Here you can change for services towards London, Paddington and the west of the country, operated by Great Western Railway. We then call at Cheltenham Spa. At this point onwards, I really could not wait to get off the train, being as the seats were rather uncomfortable, which is really surprising given that the 170s are usually really good with comfort level. My battery was also starting to go really low, but thankfully I had enough to complete today's journey. We then call at Worcestershire Parkway, which is the newest station to open on this stretch of line, dating back to 2020 on the 23rd of February, which is exactly 1 month before the COVID pandemic lockdown. Here you can change for services towards the Cotswolds, which is again operated by Great Western Railway. Our final stop before Birmingham New Street is University, where you can exit for the Queen Elizabeth Hospital and the University of Birmingham. The station also had a recent upgrade, which opened at the beginning of 2024. After 2 hours, we are fast approaching Birmingham New Street, so I'll give my thoughts and opinions on the journey now. I wasn't expecting any satisfactory from today's journey, given that CrossCountry are a diabolical operator at present. But in actual fact, I was really surprised and shocked to see how uncomfortable the train was in general. The lack of plug sockets was also rather disappointing as well, given that my battery was starting to run rather low. The CrossCountry 170s are really awful trains. They are far too short for any cross-country service, very uncomfortable and very cramped. And to me, they really do need replacing. Whilst I do really like the 170s, given that I used to ride them all the time back when they were in operation with London Midland, now known as West Midlands Railway, I really do hate the cross-country examples so much. They are very poor at everything. Whilst these units are receiving their much needed refurbishment, I would still replace these units with more longer trains. Now, if you are to take a service from Cardiff to Birmingham, then I would advise you not to do it with cross-country. Instead, I would take a Transport for Wales service from Cardiff to either Hereford or Shrewsbury, and then take a West Midlands Railway service towards Birmingham New Street from either station, of which is hourly at both stations. I do have to admit it was a very uncomfortable 2-hour journey. This overall makes today's journey very disappointing. And we arrive into New Street on time at 17:45. Thank you for watching today's video. This is Joe Mercedes signing out, and peace out.